The country of Portuguesa is Venezuela's granary, complete of cereal luxuries, beans, soy, and sunflowers. It is as well wherever Venezuela's bracket maize is grown up, the raw content for lot-loved maize patties or arepas. Formidable metal silos stay high on the skyline. At a period while human beings in the nation are departure starving, Portuguesa is a strategy portion of the economics. But the granary is looking a bit emptier these days. Ronald Lacroix and his household increase maize in the year, and in the winter, they selector to beans. He has seen various governments go and in how manufacture growth and drop. While Hugo Chavez came to force in 1999, Ronald says manufacture superior. The previous days of his guideline coincided in top oil prices. Down there was cash to supporting production. But while he dead in 2012, all modified. Down there've been lot of shortages, not fair in fertilizer but receive oil seed too much, he says. Farmers fight to discover funding. In 2010, the government nationalized the farmer delivery industry. Agropatria is now accountable for supply farmers in all of oil seed to pesticides. Synchronization is key and producers say the government is not supplying. The year, Ronald did not get fertilizer in period for his maize harvest, so it incurred. The maize he does increase he has to sell at controlled prices since it is by the government bracket. He can just fair hold the farmer on water. We include to go it one to try and do things superior, but the position is so poor, he says. Same nation's finance position and which we include now is hard. The issue is mixed by hyperinflationary. Venezuela's exchange gets weaker each day, so the price of his material, that are generally imported, keeps growing. In fair 2 weeks, the cost of a truck tire has doubled. Ronald shows me about his John Deere reaper. He is necessary a replace portion, but down there is no much longer a regional supplies keep in city, so he has to get it sent of the US. How tool save up for the portion and making the cash in dollar. The delivery can get months to come. Ronald's problems do not end down there. In the farmyard is a part-built building intended for his mom. He could not get conduct of concrete at a proper cost, so he stopped job. The just residents are his herd of lamb. The quantity has dwindled in latter months as he had to sell several starving Venezuelans in searching of several fiber tippet appear too much. Dangerous situation in the portion of the planet is growing. In Venezuela's agriculture center, fundamentals include luxuries. Luis Mendez sells arepas in his household cafe in the city of Apartadores. He has noted industry sluggish law downward. 3 years back, we sold out 500 arepas each date, he says. A year ago how bring down to 150. Of the start of the year we're speaking 15 to 20 arepas. One of the tenets of the coup by Hugo Chavez was to reallocate earth of the wealthy to the impoverished. He requested to increase manufacture and end the nation's dependency on meal imports. But down there is slight expect of how still. Venezuela utilized to make 70% of its meal, now we importing 70% of the meal, says Ramon Baladin, a CEO at Venezuela's Confederation of Associations of Agriculture Producers. Same country is the just farmer provider, we aware the country's never a nice admin and the is no various. On the boundary in Portuguesa and Cojedes country, bovine farm Manuel Vicente Parra shows me about his 300-ha farmer. He has had to struggle difficult to hold his farmer, manufacturing certainly he has all the documents necessary to show he owns the earth and is efficient. Several of his friends include not been so happy. But time he yet has the earth, Manuel has cut the quantity of bovine he owns since of the meltdown. Flesh is costly for the ordinary man, but he's as well costly to make, he says. Purchase supplies, vaccines, and mechanism of overseas is costly. Each day Venezuela's exchange waterfall in importance. Ours expenses growth each date. Manuel's begun increasing cereal but though how is not out of its challenges. His maize was kidnapped by starving villagers frantic for a food, so he has switching to soy. It is a design how is growing, dangerous situation and the absence of stimulus to increase a harvest how expenses more than to make rather than you can sell it to. With 2008, manufacture of maize has fall almost 60%. He has one communication for the by the government, we requirement the country, and the country as necessary, us and the just way law now is to sit downward and know every sum. All we wish to do as farmers is make. We aren't needing to be millionaires, we fair requirement a equitable cost and our supplies on period. If how happens, he believes, Venezuela's granary could ensure for its human beings.